everyone, welcome to my spring refresh video. It is officially spring, which is so exciting, and I feel like spring is always just such a good time to especially clean, tidy your space, and just really feel that fresh feeling. That's how I think of spring for sure. So I'm just going to take you along through a few things that I am doing to get ready for spring. I kind of went through my morning routine. I have a few other videos here that shows my morning routine, and that's all pretty much the same. It's what I do every single morning. I like to do my skincare. I like to journal. I get my workout in. I usually drink some bone broth. I have some greens powder and my L-Glutamine Powder in the morning. I enjoy some dates. I'm about to go out and make myself breakfast. And then one thing that I really wanted to do was replace my mattress pad on my mattress. I have had the same one for 2 years, and I just feel like, especially with having a dog, it can get, you know, a little bit on the dirty side. So I really wanted to replace it, and I figured spring was like a good time to be able to do that. So I just purchased one off of Amazon. So I switched out the mattress pad this morning, and then I'm also washing my sheets because that's always such a good feeling. A few other things that I want to do is definitely my laundry and tidying up my bedroom. My dog's kennel becomes kind of like a catch-all for my clothes. So definitely want to tidy up that space there. My big project that I had been working on was organizing my closet. So that was a big thing that I have been working on. That took me several days. Like, that's not something I can just do in one day. So that's taken me several days to get my closet in a good space. I also pulled a bunch of different clothes that I can either donate or some that I can put on my Poshmark. Once I get a little bit of time, I can start my Poshmark again because I have some like clothes and shoes that I could put on there. I'm also going to do a pretty big grocery haul today, and I do want to do some meal prepping, especially for breakfast. So that's a big thing that I want to get done. And we're getting close to April. I want to do a separate video on April goals and how I goal plan. And I'm hoping to start to incorporate those in every single month, because the start of the new month just is always such a good feeling as well. So I want to start to incorporate videos at the beginning of the month on this channel so I can go over my goals and what I'm looking forward to in April. My word of the month is always a big thing that I focus on. So yes, definitely a lot of cleaning up, a lot of getting my space a little bit more organized, and just feeling that kind of clean, fresh feeling, welcoming that into my apartment for sure. I would love to hear how you refresh and reset for spring, if that is the season that you are going into. My dog is also ready to show you her routine, whatever that may be.
Oh, look at how lazy she is. Hi, babe. She lazy.
That workout was, oh, no joke. So I do follow cycle syncing. So kind of how that works with workouts is when I'm on my period, I am either resting or I'm just like walking, stretching, very light yoga. And then as you go through the different phases of your cycle, I start to increase the intensity of my workouts, going into Pilates. I like to do reformer Pilates that we have here at the complex. Once I get to the ovulation phase is when I add in working with dumbbells, and then when we get into the luteal phase is when I start to like go backwards and I take away the dumbbells and I just do Pilates. Then I go down to yoga, and then my period will come again. So it's just kind of it's a cycle, it's a circle of how I do my workouts. And I like that more. To me, it makes more sense than like every single Monday needs to be something really intense, and every single Wednesday needs to be a yoga flow, and every single, because what I've learned a lot through getting off hormonal birth control and just looking more into hormone health, it's just something that makes sense to my body. And it's so funny because today's technically the first day of like my ovulation phase, and I woke up earlier. I felt like I woke up with more energy. Like I just felt more like I was gonna have a more productive day. And then I look at my calendar and I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense. So it's just something that personally has been working out for me. Might work for you, might not work for you, and it's all good. But it's just something that's been working out good for me. So that's why I did a workout with dumbbells, and that's a little bit more focused on like gaining muscle at this time. So that's what I did, and I followed a workout from MadFit. Her workouts are really good. That was only like a 20-minute lower body workout, but ooh, my legs be feeling that. So working on making my breakfast, I just do this like banana oat bowl thing. So I just do half of a like pretty spotty banana. So I had this yesterday, so I'm just using the other half. And then there's also 1 egg. And you want to preheat your oven to 350. Half cup of oats. I'm doing a 1/4 cup of almond milk. I have this flaxseed meal. I accidentally bought this instead of just flax seeds. I don't know what I was thinking, but I just throw it in here as well. And a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. And making breakfast in the morning has helped me. I haven't had Starbucks in almost the entire month of March. So it's been about a month since I've had Starbucks. And I think definitely having a breakfast to look forward to helps keep those cravings away. And then I just blend this all together. Once that is nice and blended, I just pour them into this little baking dish here. I just got these off of Amazon, but they're really helpful because this is probably my most made breakfast. I just think it tastes really good and it's filling and I like it. Just add on some chocolate chips on top. Add this to the oven for about 20-25 minutes. My breakfast. So I'm just going to eat. A lot of times this is when I will do like filling out my schedule for the day and my to-do list, but I actually did that last night because I had a little bit of extra time. So I'm just gonna get caught up on some reading and do a little bit of work on my phone. So one thing I really wanted to do with my spring refresh, so I design a healthy habits calendar every single month, and it's a free download that I put on my website, which is just by Samantha March. And for March, it was definitely focused on spring cleaning. Like I'm looking at it now, so we have like spring cleaning, like going through your skincare routine, like throwing out products that are maybe expired or you don't use anymore. Also like getting outside more. There's a few days where I have like getting outside. And then of course the usual things, the health goal, reward yourself. I make these very generalized for everybody since I'm putting it out as a free download. When I make it for myself, it's more personalized, and then I do offer personalized like one-on-one calls on my website too, so we can create your own healthy habits calendar. But one of the things that I had on my calendar was a digital detox, which I have not gotten around to doing yet. It was actually, I scheduled that on my birthday. I don't know why. I thought I was gonna have time on my birthday to do a digital detox. But what I mean by that is going through my computer and getting rid of, you know, downloads. Like I always have so many photos on my computer, and some I just need like for a second. Like I just opened mine up and I have my main YouTube channel. I do a series called Will I Buy It? So I talk about new makeup releases. So as I'm editing, I have all of these pictures of new makeup releases. Well, I don't need to just keep these on my computer this whole time. So I'm just gonna go through and delete any files that I no longer need. And then I also go through and delete, of course, any videos, any like raw files, anything that I don't need anymore. I go through my external hard drive and I delete things off of there. And I try to do this at least once a month, just so I'm not getting so overwhelmed by everything that I have on my computer, because it's just not necessary to keep so many things. So I like to just do a bit of a digital detox for my computer, and then also for my phone as well, because of course I always have a ton of videos and photos on my phone, and sometimes I take a picture of something so random and it's like, I don't need to keep that on my phone forever. So I try to go through that as well. And I've started some laundry. I got my sheets washed, and now I'm heading over to clothes because I am almost out of socks, actually. Almost completely out of socks, so that's not good. Just doing a little bit of cleanup. Like I did a Q&A for this channel, and I made like a little graphic for each Q&A, and these are all still saved on my computer. No, we need to get rid of all of these. So I really encourage you to do this as well. I will have a new calendar coming up in May, and I'm really excited for that calendar because each time I do give it a bit of a theme, and May's theme is going to be money. So I'll have a lot in there based on money goals, so I'm really excited to do that. So you can always sign up for my newsletter on the website, and then you'll get alerted when we have that free download coming out. And I'm also planning to put together another community challenge for May. I ran one for March, which is focused on healthy habits, and I'm planning one for May that again is focused on money and kind of doing it as a group, because I always think doing things as a community is just like to me it's like such a better thing. But yeah, I just wanted to go through, do a little digital detox of the computer here. Lunch is made. Here at the Chipotle chicken tostadas, and I'm gonna have, because I think it might be a little bit spicy with the Chipotle crema, so I'm gonna have an Olipop today. I love these so much. I have them in my last haul. So I'm just gonna enjoy some lunch before I get back to do a little bit of cleaning. Another thing I wanted to get done today was doing some meal prep, and again, one thing I try to focus on is breakfast, and for me it does help to have something that I can easily grab. So these are just some chia seed bowls. So I just start with some frozen strawberries, like that. And then I'm gonna add in some almond milk. Honestly, I am not really measuring. Probably could, probably should, but that's what I'm doing. So just add in some almond milk, and then I am going to blend this all together. And then once we have that blended, I'm gonna add these to some containers. I really like these ones that I just got off Amazon. I'm gonna grab a spoon so I don't make a mess. And then I have this Chobani Zero Sugar. This one is in vanilla. And I'm just gonna add the yogurt to these. And I'll do 2 tablespoons of chia seeds, which I probably should have gotten some more chia seeds. And I'm just doing a little bit of honey, and then we give these a good stir and let these sit in the fridge overnight, so that way the chia seeds expand. In the morning it'll have a little bit more of that thicker, like pudding-like quality to it, and then I just add like some fruit and granola, cinnamon, and then we have our breakfast. Add the lid, and then there's a little spot on the side for your spoon. I just think that's so cute. One thing that I noticed is, you know, I talk about it with like working out, like I get more motivated to go to the gym if I have a cute like gym set on. And then same with eating breakfast and even like meal prepping. If I can have like cute things, it helps. And any little bit helps, okay? One more thing I really wanted to get done on my spring refresh list is I wanted to pick somewhere in my kitchen to focus on. In the winter, it was my pantry. For the spring, we got to do something about this fridge. It's disorganized, it's messy. There's food in here that's been in here for way too long. So we need to do a little something about this. I'm just gonna start shelf by shelf, take things out, including what I just put in, and decide what stays and what can go. Of course, want to be cleaning the shelves as I go along. Alright, so I have like the top shelves cleared out. So this is mostly going to be like beverages up here. So I feel like I actually cleared a lot out from the fridge. Honestly, I don't know if I feel it looks like that much more organized, but I at least know that I cleared out a bunch of stuff that's old, expired, not used, almost gone. I'm not gonna eat. So I feel good about this. I'm glad that I finally got this done because I keep putting it off, and honestly, that did not take me that long. And I'm like, I definitely could have just done that sooner. I'm just making some dinner. Again, I'm not like super famished. So I'm just gonna make a little tuna fish sandwich. Throw some celery in it and also red onion. And just add it to my sourdough bread that I bought earlier. And that will be my dinner. And then I was packing orders, but I ran out of tissue paper. So I'm trying to decide. I'm probably gonna try to get to, there's like a Walgreens down the street. So probably just gonna run to Walgreens in a minute. I don't know what time UPS closes. If they don't close till later, I can drop off the orders that I did get boxed up. Otherwise, I can at least grab tissue paper, and then that way I can go in the morning. I've been trying to do with my meals is figure out how to like add things to it versus just thinking about like what I have to take away. I remember my grandma would always put celery in her tuna and I would get so mad at her. But Grandma, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this to me? It's like I thought she was like personally trying to attack me, and now I'm like, yeah, celery, like I'll throw it in. It's literally just adds a little bit of a crunch. Years ago would be like, are you trying to poison me with celery? Again, something that I've noticed when I'm in the ovulation phase is that I don't get as hungry. So things with like rice and a lot of proteins, I just think would be too much for me. So I just want to do things that are a little bit lighter and just honestly just trying to like pay attention to the signals that my body is giving me. Like, I think if there's anything I've realized recently is like your body does tell you things, but we're not really conditioned to listen. So that's been something I've been trying to slow down and journal a lot more. You know, I've done like food journals, and last month I did track my menstrual cycle, which I think that was really eye-opening to me to learn a lot of different things, and just again like signs of my own body was really helpful. So yeah, I'm just trying to listen to my body tonight, and just gonna have a little sandwich. I think I'm just gonna cut up a red bell pepper and have that on the side with like some tzatziki. Just a little sandwich, nothing too exciting. And I'm just gonna do water. I'm just gonna throw an electrolyte pack in here. I like the ones from the LMNT. So the raspberry ones are my favorite. So I'm just gonna do this for a little extra boost of hydration. She gets to clean her teeth at dinner time. There you go. She always looks forward to that. My countertops are very messy, but we're leaving that for another day. I can only do so many things in a day, and the countertops are gonna have to, they're gonna have to be a tomorrow thing. All right, so we are getting to the end of the night, and one thing that I like to do when I do these kind of like refresh, reset days, I've noticed that I really like them because I kind of make that my whole theme of the day. And sometimes I can be someone who, like, I multitask a lot. Like, I'm always trying to do, like, I feel like one of my downfalls is I try to do absolutely everything every single day. And that's just not possible. So I've noticed since starting to make these reset, refresh videos, you know, I started making them for like TikTok and Instagram, and then I launched this second channel, so I started doing them more over here too. I noticed that I like to take these days and have that kind of really just be the whole focus of the day. To focus on the cleaning, to focus on self-care, to focus on being outside, you know, whatever it may be, whatever it is, like my focus is at that time. These are the days that I'm really putting into that, because I really don't give myself that on other days. Even when I think about like my day-to-day routines, I'm always trying to do so much. Like, I'm trying to do all of my admin work. I'm trying to do filming for multiple platforms and multiple videos. I'm in the current process of writing my 10th novel, so like I try to write words every single day, and I'm like, you just can't do everything every single day. It's actually something that I'm working on right now, of how to give myself a better schedule that's actually more manageable. And hopefully I can figure something out, because I would love to make a video on it. But especially in one of my calls today, like, we were talking about how you just can't do it all every single day. You're leading yourself up to burnout. You're leading yourself up to failure. So these days, I really have come to look forward to. I try to do one at least once a month. Like, I try to do like my monthly reset at least once a month, but then I try to have multiple days. Usually it's like a Sunday, now that football season's over. I try to have like a Sunday reset, and that is my day. That is my day to get stuff done around my apartment. Maybe it's to get stuff done for work. It's to focus on self-care. It's to do the grocery shopping. It's to meal prep. It's whatever it may be. Like, this is that day to focus on, and that's exactly what today was. And I enjoy that so much. So again, sometimes I'm so rushed. I feel like I can't put any extra time into anything, but I was like, you know what, this is my day, so I'm gonna come into my bathroom and do a little face mask. It's just a little extra bit of self-care, and then I'm going to finish off my night with some journaling and reading a book, and I'm just really looking forward to that. So I'm using this mask from Farmacy. It's one of my favorites. It's called the Honey Potion Mask. Gets like a little bit warm as you apply it, but it's supposed to be really good for hydration. I live in a desert climate, so it's very dry here, and my skin has been freaking out a little bit recently, so probably because I was so busy in the month of March, and like last week, like I was eating out a lot more because it was my birthday and all of those things. So I just want to take a little extra time and finish off this day with a nice mask. So that is going to wrap it up for my spring refresh day. And while I've had this day, you know, kind of to myself, I've also been doing other projects leading up to it. Like I said, like my closet took me several days to do. I'm so shocked my fridge went by so quickly for me. But different things like that. So even if you can't get everything done in one day, there's no issue at all taking several days to get a bigger sort of project done. I know I've been wanting to organize my hallway closet. There is no way that's a one-day thing. Like that's a multiple day thing. So, but like I said, I like to have these days where just kind of the focus is a little bit extra time on just myself, because I am someone who tends to prioritize everything else. My job is number one. I put my job before pretty much anything else, and then I will pour into other people, friends, my community, family. I will put more into them than I will put into myself. So having this one day a month, or maybe it's 2 or 3 days a month if I'm doing different resets, it's a really nice time to be able to focus on myself, do some check-ins, you know, just see how I'm doing and what it is that I need to do. So, you know, sometimes I've been watching for, you know, several months now, I've been watching more of these lifestyle videos, and they are very aesthetically pleasing, of course, and I just don't really feel that way. You know, I look around like my apartment, I look around my room, and I don't feel like I have those types of aesthetic vibes, and it's what kind of held me back from making this kind of content, because I don't have like the all white room with, I mean, I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. I don't have like the pristine kitchen with all of the organized drawers and everything, but that doesn't mean that I don't put time into myself, and that doesn't mean I can't create a routine, nor does it mean that I can't get to that one day. I don't know if I ever will, but you know, it doesn't mean that I can't get there. So when I watch some videos to get inspired and I see people doing so many different things in one day, I think that's so great, and I think it's something that works for so many people. But really for me, when I think of a refresh or a reset day, it's not only just the number of things that you can get done, but it's also what you are giving to yourself, what you are putting into yourself, the extra time that you are taking for yourself, and even the extra time to slow down. So maybe I didn't get absolutely everything done on my list. Like one thing I really want to do is like clean out my car too. You know, of course, I think that's a good spring refresh. And I will say it did rain today, so I wasn't necessarily wanting to be out cleaning my car in the rain. But even if I can't check off all of those physical items that I wanted to get done, I still definitely had what I consider to be a slower day. And I took more time on myself, and that's what means more to me, and that's something that I look at as a reset and a refresh day. So I hope you enjoyed seeing my spring refresh and coming along this day with my dog and myself. I do want to do an April goals video as well, so stay tuned for that. Or if there's any other videos you want to see in April, you know, definitely, of course, let me know. But I hope you enjoyed this one. I'll see you in my next one.